Thank you for your insightful speech, Alana. I am now excited to introduce our second speaker, Tyler Hoppe. Tyler is a fourth-year student from Mount Savage, Maryland, studying political science with a minor in psychology. Transferring to University Park from Altoona via the 2+2 program, Tyler has been involved in the Council of Commonwealth Student Governments, currently serving as its president. In service to the organization, Tyler has worked to ensure that all Penn State students receive an equal opportunity for a successful collegiate education, no matter their location in the Commonwealth. Additionally, Tyler is an active member of the blind community, participating in initiatives by the National Federation of the Blind, the American Council of the Blind, and Team C Possibilities. Heading into law school, Tyler intends on pursuing a career in politics with the end goal of being a United States Senator, advocating for the American people. Bringing in unique perspective of entering Penn State as a blind student, Tyler will be speaking on the power of advocacy and using your voice to create a successful environment.
Hello everyone. I just want to start by saying I'm honored to be able to come here and speak on the importance of advocacy. To start us off, I want to kind of highlight why advocacy is important to me. When I was 13 years old, I lost my sight due to a rare complication from having strep throat. A normal everyday thing changed the direction of my life fundamentally. Now, not only did my dreams of the future dim along with my sight, I thought I would never be able to amount to anything. A fundamental sense was taken away from me. But not only when this happened, I realized I would receive a label. A label that would stick with me for the rest of my life, that would affect every conversation I was in. I would always be seen as crippled. Now, discrimination came in many different forms. It came from just being glossed over in a conversation, to being excluded from friend groups, to larger things like being denied a public school education. No matter what the discrimination was, no matter what form it came in, I was always made to feel the same thing. I was always made to feel as if my voice didn't matter. As if I was not a person who would be warranted in any type of conversation. A person who would always be looked over. Sadly, I must admit that the first few years of me becoming a blind individual, these experiences made me feel like I could never have an impact. But luckily, through organizations such as the Maryland School for the Blind and the National Federation of the Blind, I was introduced to many great individuals who taught me what it means to actually speak up, to advocate for what you need, and to create an environment of success. When I came into Penn State, I was terrified. I was a blind student entering a university full of people who have probably never even met a blind person in their life. And that not knowing scared me, because how can you understand what a person needs if you've never interacted with a person before? But I was determined. I didn't want not knowing to stop me from achieving all that I wanted to achieve. Because while I recognize people cannot ever understand what I've been through, but they can seek to understand. And that's a fine distinction. Because I think a lot of people don't realize that if you haven't gone through something, it doesn't mean you can't relate to another person who has in speaking. So when I got to the university, I met with professors, I met with faculty, staff, everyone in the university that I could talk to. And I just had a conversation with them. I said, I'm entering university. It's a scary experience, but here's what I need for success. I just need you to meet me halfway, to bridge across the aisle, and we'll get through this together. And those conversations led me to the student I am today. Because if I never stepped up, if I never advocated for myself, I would probably not still be at Penn State. I would not be the 4.0 GPA having student I am today. I would not be the president of the Council of Commonwealth Student Governments. I would be at home thinking that all of my actions were hopeless. And this is why I hold advocacy as such an important value. Because it's a bridge of understanding. It tells people who don't know what you're going through what you need to succeed. It tells them how you've gone through it, and it creates a bridge of understanding. Now, unfortunately, in the realm of Penn State, I'm seeing a crisis of advocacy across the Commonwealth right now. In my position as president of the Council of Commonwealth Student Governments, I'm seeing students feel like their voice does not matter and that they should not speak up. This is especially heightened right now after Penn State announced that they will be evaluating campuses for closure. There are students that feel as if they're not being heard, so they shouldn't say anything. And I relate to that feeling, because this is how I first felt when I lost my sight. And I have to say that it can't be the farthest thing from the truth. University administration needs to hear what the students are going through. They need this advocacy to occur. They need to hear what students need to create that environment of success throughout the Commonwealth. Now, unfortunately, in meetings that I've had, whether it be with the Board of Trustees, the Vice President of Commonwealth Campuses, or President Benaputi yourself, the student voice is being muted. It's like a game of telephone with the issues going around the campuses right now. There will be a very specific, unique student problem happening at a campus that faced drastic changes after the voluntary separation incentive program. But the way it's being relayed, it's being passed through faculty, it's being passed through staff, it's being passed up to administration. And the details of the actual issue are being lost. The game of telephone pursues, and a detailed issue becomes a muted issue of, well, there's a student problem there. And this keeps occurring. And I'm seeing it happen more and more with the changes in the university. So here's my call to action. Students need to come together. They need to speak about what they're going through. They need to tell people what experiences they're facing with these changes. They need to find commonality, and they need to make sure the administration is hearing it. It's not only being an informed student and understanding what is going on, but it's being the information. University administration, through no fault of their own, cannot understand what the students are going through at the Commonwealth campuses. They can look at it from above and they can understand it, but the details are being lost. We need to speak up. We need to make sure that voice is being spread, and we need to make sure the details, the nitty-gritty, the bad, the good, the change is happening. We need to make sure that the students are being heard throughout the university. And we just need to make sure that we come together and we are informing the future, that we're creating the environment of success that I've created for myself, and I believe that everybody who advocates creates. Well, it's a collective action issue. It's an issue that's not impossible. Because we are Penn State. It's not I am Penn State, it's not you are Penn State. It's we. Everybody coming together, talking to each other, advocating their needs and creating those bridges of understanding. Because without this, the future of the university is terrifying. But we can come together and we can make it informed and we can make it better. And that's all I have to say to everyone. Thank you.